I want to go back to what you said about the end times, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said after quote unquote Jesus, or what is called Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
After he passed away, that's when the end times began, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you genuinely believe we're in the end times?
For sure. 100%.
I mean, my thing is, how long can the end times last? Because I mean, we're talking about when
2,000 years. Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So like, how long do these end times really last?
Well, it's hard to say, but we do know, according to Scripture, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years. So it's been 2,000 years to humanity, but to God it's been 2 days. It says, and by the third day that he would rise, we would rise up again. So I would say in about 3,000 years. So anywhere between now and 1,000 years from now, it can be over.
So there's a good possibility we might not even be able to see the return of Jesus Christ.
That's possible, yeah, for sure. I'm not like saying, hey, a doomsday preacher, hey, look, get ready, nigga, it's happening tomorrow. Yeah. Nah, it could. And if I take a look at the prophetic timeline and what's going on in the world right now, it's looking pretty good for us, but you know, things could change.
So what does that happen with you though, right? Because assuming we're not going to be there to when it happens, like where does that leave you? Because I'm sure we'd all be passed away by then. Like what happens to your spirit? Like,
well, we believe that everybody's spirit, everybody goes to a neutral place, goes to heaven, right? Pursuant to Ecclesiastes 12:7. When somebody dies, the flesh goes back into the ground and your spirit goes back to him who made it, which is God. When you get there, you get a judgment pronounced. That's 2 Ezra 14-35. And then you live your judgment out when he sends you back. So something that we believe in and that most of our ancestors believed in before getting, you know, introduced to Christianity, Catholicism, is reincarnation, right? So the Bible is clear on it. And to prove it, like when John the Baptist came, the priest came and started asking him, who are you? We know you're somebody coming back. Which one are you? Then even when Jesus came, he asked his disciples, who do men say I am? Because that concept was there in the Bible that people are coming back. Great men are coming back. And when they're back again, they're going to be great men all over again. So we believe that if I was to die today, my spirit's going up. And if there's a long enough time on this earth before Christ come back, I'm going to come back.
Reincarnated. So on this reincarnation topic, I don't know if you're too familiar with Marvelous. We're about to get into what happened recently, but
I just heard about this.
Yeah, but he had actually said that he believes in reincarnation, and actually when you reincarnate, you have to pay off your quote unquote karma.
Exactly.
Correct. And he had said that sometimes when people are disabled or even gay, that it's because they did so much bad shit in their previous lifetime that they had to come back as that to pay off their karma. Do you subscribe to that?
Yeah, for sure. And we see that when Jesus heals a blind man, they say he was blind from birth. So his disciples asked, like, okay, well, why was he blind? Was it his sin or was it his parents' sin? Now, if he's blind from birth, of course, he didn't even have an opportunity to sin. He was already blind before he could. So that shows you that this could be from a past life. Or it could have been because of judgment on his parents also. But Jesus said in this instance, it's neither of those. It was simply to show my power that I have the ability to heal a blind person. But that just shows you that a disability could be because of that. But the Most High teaches us in the laws that doesn't matter. That's his business. If you see somebody with a disability, you cannot mistreat them.
Do you have any sympathy when you do come across, like, let's say a person in a wheelchair,
for sure,
or a gay person, or not at all, because you're more so the mindset, oh, well, they did some bad shit in their lifetime, fuck them? Or do you have sympathy?
A person with a disability, for sure, I have sympathy, because that's what God teaches us in the law, that we cannot mistreat people. Like it says, don't put a stumbling block before the blind, right? So that shows you if somebody has a disability, we are forbidden from ever mistreating them. Because if God put that judgment on them, that's from where he sits. You know, he sits high. So he sees everything. He's looking at all of time, and he's doing to people what they're supposed to have done to them. But as far as we know, this is just another brother or sister, and they're in a, you know, they're in a disabled state. So we don't have any business or right in mistreating them ever, or looking at them like, oh, you did something last lifetime. Nah, damn all that. This is the situation they're in right now, and this is when you're encountering them, and you're to treat them, you know, as such, with the utmost respect and love.
So you do sympathize with people who are disabled, but
for sure,
you said you don't sympathize with the rainbows.
With the rainbow, I'm not sympathizing with the rainbow, but I'm not like, I also don't treat the rainbow like they're just like lepers or something like that. Like my little sister is a lesbian, right? So I love my little sister. When I go up there to the Bay, I'm gonna see her.
Keep it real. Do you feel like you were forced to love because one of your family members?
No, I don't. I think that from really learning from the scriptures. If the scriptures, the number one thing that is teaching us is, okay, we're the Israelites. I believe blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites. I have to love these people. I have to. I'm not allowed to do anything but love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So if I come across you, it doesn't say you only have to love those who are righteous or upstanding or you just gotta love them. So even if you disagree with them, you still have to love them. And sometimes voicing a disagreement is an act of love. Like, hey, I don't think you should be doing this. I disagree with that. But also, it's not a situation where we beat them up. Like, my little sister knows how I feel about her lifestyle. I'm not, every time I talk to her, hey, stop munching carpet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. You know where I stand. I'm not going to beat you up with that. I don't got to keep reminding you of that. It is what it is. And I'm just going to move forward with love, you know?